joined at the podium by Assistant United States Attorney William Behe, Gary Tuggle, Special Agent in Charge, Philadelphia Field Division of the Drug Enforcement Administration, Lieutenant Leo Hannon, Pennsylvania State Police. We're also joined by numerous other employees from various areas of the Drug Enforcement Administration who have worked so hard on this very important case. Dr. Raymond Kranak, age 60, of Mount Carmel, Pennsylvania, was indicted by a federal grand jury yesterday in a 19-count indictment charging the unlawful distribution and dispensing of controlled substances, causing the death of 5 patients by the unlawful distribution and dispensing of controlled substances, and maintaining 2 drug-involved premises in Mount Carmel and Shamokin, Pennsylvania. Dr. Kranak was taken into custody this morning by agents of the Drug Enforcement Administration and appeared before United States Magistrate Judge Susan Schwab, and that proceeding just ended his initial appearance. Kranak was temporarily detained pending a further hearing tomorrow where a final decision will be made on whether he is granted bail or detained. The government did make a motion that he be detained based on our argument that that was the only way to protect against the conduct that we have alleged in this indictment. Specifically, the indictment alleges that Kranak, who operated 2 offices in Mount Carmel and Shamokin, known as Keystone Family Medical Associates, was the top prescriber of opioids in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania between January 2016 and July 31st, 2017. During that time period, he prescribed approximately 2.7 million units of oxycodone, hydrocodone, and OxyContin to approximately 2,838 patients. Let me repeat that. 2.7 million units to 2,838 patients. The indictment further alleges that on multiple occasions between 2005 and 2016 that Dr. Kranak prescribed these opioids to multiple patients outside of the usual course of professional practice and without a legitimate medical purpose, including prescribing the opioids without conducting a proper medical examination, inadequately verifying the patient's medical complaint, and failing to assess the risk of abuse by individual patients. Specifically, the indictment at paragraph 20 alleges that during the period of time alleged in the indictment, the defendant distributed and dispensed and caused to be distributed and dispensed controlled substances not prescribed for a legitimate purpose and not in the usual course of professional practice in one or more of the following manners. As has been said, inadequate verification of the patient's medical complaint, cursory or no medical examinations by Kranak, inadequate patient medical history and no follow-up verification, incomplete or inadequate mental or physical examinations, insufficient dialogue with patients regarding treatment options and risks and benefits of such treatments, treating patients with highly addictive controlled substances while failing to consider other treatment options, failure to refer patients to specialists, lack of or inadequate diagnostic testing, increasing the patient's dosages over time unnecessarily, prescribing inappropriate combinations of drugs to patients, allowing patients to suggest or direct the medications to be prescribed, directing patients to particular pharmacies that were known to fill the prescriptions, prescribing highly addictive controlled substances to patients with vague physical complaints where alternative treatment options would be indicated,